Welcome to Canning with a Purpose. Today we're going to be discussing altitudes, which I have my chart right here that I keep in my book. And we're going to be talking about tools and headspace. For boiling water bath elevation, allow additional time. Feet above sea level time. 1,001 to 3,000. Allow an extra 5 minutes. 3,001 to 6,000. Extra 10 minutes. 8,001 to 10,000. Allow extra. So that is per water bath canner. So when you go and put your pickles in the canner, for example, you're going to add on 5 minutes extra depending on your altitude above sea level. Dial gauge pressure canners. Up to 2,000 feet above sea level, you want 11 pounds of pressure. 2,001 to 4,000 above sea level is 12 pounds. 4,001 to 6,000 above sea level is going to be 13 pounds. 6,001 to 8,000 above sea level is going to be 14 pounds. 8,001 to 10,000 above sea level is going to be 15 pounds of pressure. Weight gauge canner, which I will be discussing what this canner does because this is a specific canner that I do have. Up to 1,000 feet above sea level is 10 pounds. Above 1,000 feet is going to be 15 pounds. I keep that on hand so that way if anybody has any questions and they message me on Facebook, I can just open that up and go right to it because I'm used to my altitude. I'm not really used to everybody else's altitude. So that comes in handy for me to have that on hand. Next is your canning lid. I only use ball canning lids, but you may use anything else if you prefer. I've never had an issue with ball. Your canning rings come in large rings and small like I have here. You don't want any rust on them, dents, or dings on your canning lids because your canning jar will not seal properly. My main go-to tools beside my ladle is my canning funnel, which I do have to invest in new canning supplies. This will grab the lids out of the hot water so you don't burn your shelf. I like to stick this on the side of the fridge so I don't lose it because it's so small I lose it everywhere I go. You can use a knife or use the air bubbler, as I call it, to make sure all the air bubbles out of your jar so that way they don't unseal themselves. I've had that happen. I wasted almost $100 in chili that I made from scratch and I was quite mad. So definitely take the air bubbles out of your jars before you seal them. The tongs for lowering your canning jars into the pressure canner or watering bath canner. Like I said, my black pieces broke off so I improvised, but they do come in handy. The canning jars I have, which I put permanent marker on that. I don't recommend it, but I did it for an example. This line right here below the top one where my finger is, this line is 1/4. This one is going to be a 1/2 inch and this is going to be an inch. When you get to canning, it's going to specify whether you need an inch of headspace, 1/4, or 1/2 inch. So your jar is already measured out for you. Don't go with the very top of the lip here. You want to go down to the next lip. And it's the same setup for your large canning jars, your quarts. There's your top lip there. You want to skip that one. Your 1/4, your 1/2, and your inches down here. Don't forget to like and subscribe. When you're doing a boiling water bath canner, there are some things that are going to call for syrups, which I have my list right here. For a heavy syrup, you're going to want 1 cup of water to 1 cup of sugar, which is very sweet in my opinion. But I don't do a heavy syrup, I do light syrups. Very light syrup, you're going to combine 6.5 cups of water, 3/4 cup sugar. A light syrup is going to be 5 3/4 cup of water, 1.5 cup sugar. Medium syrup is going to be 5 1/4 cup water, 2 1/4 cup sugar. So having this little cheat sheet in your files will help too. I'll post that at the end of the video, so that way you can write it down yourself. And I hope you have a lovely day.